Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Wednesday, June 4th, 2025. We really want to pay attention to the markets today. Okay, as you know, gold and silver have been up recently. We have gold up $6 to 3,358. Maybe going to make a run at 3,400. If it does, could be pushing to all-time highs. And we have silver down 21 cents after a massive move yesterday, which took everybody by surprise. Silver 34.28 in the Kitco market, Kitco spot, and 34.39, a little bit more in the June futures, 34.52 in the July, and we got a 35 handle if we go out to November. Gold-silver ratio has been the thing to watch, as I have been warning, and we hit a low of 96.95, meaning that silver becoming more valuable in relation to gold, 100 ounces of silver in relation to 1 ounce of gold. So 97.89, silver is losing some of that steam as we take a longer view here. And I contend that this GSR may start to drop. If it goes below 97 decisively, we could see much lower levels on the GSR, which means silver would be would be gaining value in relation to gold. I didn't see this before, but over on TradingView, they actually they predict something for the GSR. Oscillator is neutral. Summary is a sell, meaning they think the GSR may drop. Moving averages indicate a sell as well. So a sell on the GSR actually means buy silver. And I don't think many people are buying here, but maybe new stackers are. But we are in nosebleed territory and nothing to sneeze at for silver or gold. All right, we've got the 10-year bond yield at, let's see, 4.4. All right, we are at 4.4, and there's some news out this morning which was a little bit weaker on the economy. We'll get to that. We also had Republican Ron Johnson on CNBC this morning basically giving up on trying to get the one big beautiful bill. We have, of course, Musk coming out and saying profligate spending is not the way to balance the budget. We have fiscal hawk Paul, not Ron Paul, Rand Paul, saying that he wants to balance the budget before we start giving away a whole bunch of tax cuts. So anyway, the picture in budget land is not strong. The reconciliation bill is going to be a real bear to reconcile this with some of the fiscal hawks that are coming out, and I think they should be coming out raising the deficit and the U.S. debt. It's just not the time to do it. It's probably time, what Ron Johnson is saying, to split the project into a continuation of the prior Trump tax cuts, so no change to the markets, and then circle back on some of the additional giveaways that we're planning. That means they're failing to reconcile, in my opinion. Let's move on. The dollar is weak on that news as well, down at 99 even, and if we take a longer chart on the dollar, it is looking kind of bearish there. We could see much lower handles on the dollar. Copper futures like a lower dollar, commodities like a lower dollar. Silver is a commodity, by the way, and copper up 3.5 cents at 4.87. So that may give you a clue. We could see a reversal today in the silver market. I don't know if we'll have that sell-off, but a lot of people going short on silver at, pushing 35 bucks. And 9 times out of 10, we repel off those numbers. This will be our third crack at $35 in the last year. And odds are we fail, but we may not, okay? Who knows? I certainly don't know. In the economic calendar, we had ADP employment. It came in quite light at 37,000. Trump immediately did a tweet that said, come on, Fed, cut those rates. And then the ADP economist came on CNBC and said, it's kind of a mixed bag. And smaller businesses are taking the bigger hit. That signals recession, in my opinion, but maybe nobody else's. And but wage growth is good. high wage growth, which is contrary to a weakening economy. Go figure. I don't know which way that's going to break, but I suspect we'll see higher unemployment and the wage growth. What is that? Why are wages going up? Maybe those are key employees. Maybe they're retooling for the new manufacturing revolution. It's just hard to say. Okay, in the pre-market, fourth day of up days in the stock market. I don't know why, but greed index, we're back in the greed quintile at 56. Dow futures down 41, S&P futures down 4, NASDAQ futures down 19. And Bitcoin often confirms or rejects the NASDAQ moves. Bitcoin right about flat. Oh no, that's the NASDAQ. Where did my Bitcoin go? Bear with me. Bitcoin down 336 to 105,081, right about the middle of that 100 to 110 range. Okay, before we get on to the deals, I have been thinking lately about the newbie and trying to explain a little better. This is your question of the day, but it's not a question. This is going to be a newbie section, and I'm going to get into this, but I'm going to go a little slower and try to explain some things that we old timers take for granted. And new people, I have so many new subscribers and new stackers, and good for you for thinking about this, okay? I can't promise this is the optimal time to get into gold and silver, but I can say that I'm glad that you're thinking about it. And I'm going to go into some newbie discussion here. Just fast forward a couple of minutes if you want to skip it. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, I show on my website, bestsilvergolddeals.com. It's all free. You can get over there and click along with me as you follow these videos. The best deals I can find anywhere among the respected, trusted bullion dealers. And then we also show Costco and Walmart, and then eBay, where I think we get some better deals many days. But these are the dealers in the top section of the website. They're all the dealers you know or should know. If you don't see a dealer anywhere in my website, you click all these links for gold and silver, and you don't see the dealers that advertise a lot, and they advertise on YouTube as well. They want to catch your eyeballs. Then they are typically not a good place to buy. You're buying what is a fungible commodity. And brilliant uncirculated is usually what I show here because that's a common yardstick. All right, so you can buy your gold and silver literally everywhere. Should you buy it at a garage sale or off, Chinese Temu or somewhere? Obviously, you're going to take risk if you do that. But there's very little risk in buying from the dealers that I recommend here, and I'm trying to find the best price every morning, early in the morning for you. Okay, if you're buying gold, this is the thing. You want to determine your melt value. Now, we're going to do this on a 1 gram bar. New stackers may be hesitant to buy an ounce of gold. The larger the gold, typically the lower the premium. The premium is the profit margin that the dealer charges you over. I'm going to ultra simplify this for a second, and what I'm saying is not completely correct, but let's take a look at kitco.com. This is kitco.com, widely recognized as the spot market. The spot market is what before anybody enhances gold or silver, stamps it, sells it, markets it, etc. They've got to buy the precious metal, right? They've got to get a kilo or a 100-ounce gold bar or something like that from the futures market or other places that sell those things. The spot market recognizes the raw material price. All right, and right now they say that gold, the raw material price, is $33.57. There's another number here that the raw material price is $3,342. Okay, that is less. And they have a bid and an ask, much like a stock has a bid and an ask. The bid price is what buyers would pay for the raw material, and the ask price, $33.57 ask, is what dealers, local coin shops, and many reputable places will use to sell you that raw material. When they buy it from you, they'll use the bid price because they got to make a little money on that. And when they sell it to you, they'll use the ask price. The other thing that is reflected in what a local coin shop or a bullion dealer will sell it to you at would be, you've got, base here. This is home base. 33.57 home base is what the raw material costs. When you go over to my website and you click on a 1 gram gold bar, you should expect that to be higher, much higher than home base. In this case, a 1 gram gold bar, and this is in assay. All right, that's a whole nother discussion. A lot of people like to buy them out of assay because it's cheaper. An assay is just a way to prove the authenticity. However, assay cards are faked in China as well, so it's not a 100% guarantee on that. Most people will buy the cheaper gold than the gold in assay. Some people want the ease of gold in assay, and it could be easier to sell. Anyway, I digress. Let's get back to home base. Okay, how many grams, and now we are in the Troy system. Don't be thinking, a bag of flour or something like that. We're in the Troy system. 1 gram. How many grams in that 1 ounce raw material I showed you? How many grams in a Troy ounce? 31.1. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 1 gram, and I'm sorry I'm droning on here, but I don't think people are generally buying here. 31.1 grams in a Troy ounce. So times the price here, 126.96, and this is the best price I can find for 1 gram gold in assay this morning, although there is a new deal over at Bullion, new customer deal at bullion.com. Anyway, so some people will be buying this. Okay, this, I'm going to do that again. I think I was talking too much. 126.96 times 31.1 grams in a Troy ounce. 39.48 is what this is costing. Okay, so this is the premium. 39.48 minus 33.57. Okay, there's like a $600 premium on, where'd it go? There's like a $600 premium if you bought 31 of these. All right, so that would be the premium on a melt basis. And if they melted a gold bar into 31.1 grams, they would be charging you that much money for that. Very high premium. Now, if we get over to, this is how you calculate the premiums. If you get over to gold out of assay, 1 gram gold, this is 117. Most people would buy this, according to responses to my website, would buy this over the gold in assay. Why? Because 117.90, 117.9 times 31.1 grams in a Troy ounce. The melt on this is 36.66, about a $300 melt premium. So $300 divided by 31.1 would tell you the premium you're paying on each bar over the wholesale price. This is about a $9.64 premium on a gram basis, or a $300 premium on a melt basis. Let's go on to the next example, which would be compare that to a gold eagle, something you probably want to buy one of when you have the money. And here is a gold eagle, best price on the internet, bullion exchanges, $3,423. Okay, the raw material price is $3,357. 3,357 over 3,423 is about a $70 premium, and this is 1 ounce of 999 gold. We're not talking 22 karat, 20 karat, 14 karat, etc. This is 24 karat gold, right? So a $70 premium on the 1 ounce gold versus a $300 premium or a $600 premium if you want it in assay on the 1 gram gold. And this is why people buy larger gold. Now, some people don't need to buy the Gold Eagle, the penultimate standard for gold coins in the USA. They will buy something like a gold Krugerrand. Comes from South Africa. It's one of the cheaper of the coins. This is a coin, not a medal or a bar. 3,393. The premium on that at 3,357 is going to be about $40 as opposed to whatever I said a minute ago on the Gold Eagle. And the premium on a half ounce, let's do a quarter ounce Gold Eagle because the Eagles come in most sizes. Quarter ounce Gold Eagle, and compare that to the 1 ounce, $8.97. How do you get the melt on $8.97? Really easy. $8.97 times what? Well, it's a quarter ounce, so times 4. The melt on a quarter ounce Gold Eagle is 35. Did I do that right? $8.97. $8.97 times 4. The melt value on this is $35.88, and that is going to be a $200 melt premium. Divide by 4, so let's just say $200 is the premium on a melt basis. Divide by 4 equals a $50 premium on each coin, but it's not an ounce of gold, so it is like a $200 premium on a melt 1 ounce basis. So that's your primer for newbies. I think I'll probably keep doing this in the question of the day segment. Let's get on to the deals, and I've driven you crazy this morning, I'm sure. So let's just go back to, I've done some of the coins. Let's go to a gold buffalo, and some people like those better than gold eagles. 3,488 at Summit Metals. Wow, that is pricey. 3,488 versus 3,426 on the Gold Eagle. You'll see the Buffalo carries a little premium, additional premium over the Gold Eagle. It's all gold, guys. Everything here is gold, and you might as well get the cheapest if you're hesitant about these high prices. Okay, let's do a 1 ounce gold maple. What did I do this morning? Screwed that up. I'm sorry. Let me keep going here. Jamie, I'm making a lot of mistakes lately. Let's see. A gold Krugerrand, as I said, 3,396 at bullion exchanges. A 20 franc gold is a fractional gold coin. This one comes from Switzerland, and a beautiful, beautiful foreign gold, 0.1867. If you want to get the melt on this, divide 634 by 0.1867 ounces of gold in the coin, okay? And that'll give you the melt on this fractional foreign gold, and that'll be more of a premium than, say, the gold 1 ounce Krugerrand, but less than the, the quarter ounce Gold Eagle. Hope I didn't confuse you there. All right, let's keep moving here. I just got to get to the real deals here. Let's do a silver eagle if you're buying silver this morning. What is going on? I fixed this. I don't think my website was updating for some reason. Oh, bloody hell. Let's do 20 silver eagles. Is that deal still up? Yeah, it is. It was a Summit that had the best price on one silver eagle. Monument Metals has a tube of 20 at $7.62, and that'll be about $35.80. No, that'll be about $37.80. Oh, let's see, 38.10. That'll be about $38.10 a coin on a 20 random date BU Eagles there. God, that really gets me when I mess up my website. And if you're doing off quality, these will be dinged up or milk spotted, 37.34. Tube of 20, 37.14. We've been beating that on eBay. Let's keep going here, and let's move on to the silver maple. Did I fix that one? Okay, 37.44 for a silver maple from Bullion Exchanges. A silver kangaroo is 37.19 from Bullion Exchanges. These are all interchangeable. Maples, kangaroos, Britannias, Krugerrands, they're all an ounce of silver. Let's keep going. A Britannia is 37.18 from Bullion Exchanges. A Krugerrand, 1 ounce of silver, is 37.30. Brilliant uncirculated is probably what you want. but you probably want the cheapest of the sovereign silver coins, unless you're buying Silver Eagles, and I highly recommend those. 3718 from Bullion Exchanges. By the way, I have reason to believe that some of the silver coming from Europe may start to have tariffs attached. So be careful of that if you're buying from out of country. I'm not going to go into it, but I think some people may be getting customs charges if they're buying from out of country. Okay, a Silver Libertad is an upscale silver coin, and that is going for 43 bucks on Money Metals, and those are low mintage coins. We got lots of privy coins coming out for now. The BU privies, just avoid them. The proof privies coming out from the US Mint. They've added the other armed services. They're quite pricey, and I think they will be a coin that you can buy and sell rapidly at a profit if you do such things. Costco is another place we look for good deals, and we got prices all over the map here. And Costco has silver back in stock, $10 more for the silver bar, $3.79. And Gold Bar, $37.29. Buffaloes and Eagles, $34.79. Executive Club membership will get you 2% back and a good rebate credit card. And here you can buy with a credit card and not be penalized for it. At the dealers, when you pay with a credit card, which I recommend you never do, you will pay up 3-4% for that privilege. So when you use a dealer like a Costco, always use your credit card, get those high rebates, and then that will lower the price of your metals. All right, let's move on here. And junk in the trunk, smaller lot, $10 face value, 25.5 times face, and the premium on that at 25.5 is going to put you at 35.80 or so. You will be about $1 over melt on silver. We won't go into how we do that, but we can get it cheaper in a larger lot over at SD Bullion. 24.75. 24.75 for a 100 face bag is going to be about 34.50 or something. 34.30, 34.50. That'll be right around melt on junk, which is out of favor right now. That's why you probably ought to be buying it. Okay, 1 ounce round over at Silver Round over at Golden Eagle is $36. Boy, get these prices. Let's do 10 ounce random bar. 10 ounces of pure silver, $3.60 over at Monument Metals. That's random, and they will be circulated. And you may want pretty new bars. You have to pay a little more for that. A kilo is 32.2 ounces, 32.15 ounces, troy ounces of silver in a kilogram. And this is a metric system, which is popular in Europe. A lot of these coins come from Europe. Notice an Italian coin, notice a German coin. Asahi is, where is Asahi? Are they? I think it's not a U.S. company, but I think they refine in America. And a JBR is an American bar, if that matters to you. 1,139 is the kilo price, 32.15 ounces of silver. Divide 1,139. You're only buying one, right? So that's the price you pick. Notice the credit card price is $1,185. If you check out through PayPal, you get 3% back if you have that PayPal card I recommend. Link on my website. But I think that's probably a 4% upcharge. Let's see, 40 bucks. I think that's probably a 4% upcharge. You'll pay a percent even with a 3% cashback card. So do an e-check, okay? It's very easy to do unless you have reason not to, or write a paper check. If you write a paper check, mail it right away. They'll cancel your order if you don't. Okay, most dealers will if you don't get it to them right away. Let's keep going here. Now we're on eBay. I am sorry, I'm slowing this down for the new guys. I'm sure you old guys kind of find this boring, but let me keep doing that, okay? We are on eBay, and the reason I recommend eBay, get past all the fear mongering. You're not buying silver and gold from China. You're not buying it from low feedback sellers, from small sellers. You're buying it from the same, generally, often you're buying it from the same sellers I just showed you. The way you get a better deal is you take out a high rebate credit card. highly recommend the PayPal credit card. Pays 3% cash back when you check out through PayPal. American Express Everyday Cash is another card that does that. So you got that 3% rebate credit card in your hand. You set up a PayPal account. You default that to your PayPal credit card. Anything you buy on eBay, and I mean anything, will get 3% cash back. You put that money in your pocket, that lowers your purchase price. Okay, here are some things you can buy on eBay, and you see if you think they're cheaper. We're going to do Silver Eagles. Okay, and these sorts are engineered so you kind of just, you find the best deal right off the bat. All right, and click on the links on my website to get these sorts and then the deal that appeals to you, and I'll highlight these as I go through the video. Sometimes I'll put links in the YouTube comments, YouTube description as well to make it easier for you. But here is a good deal that a lot of people have picked this up, and if you click on this, I'll show you who this is. This is Pinehurst Coins. It is Pinehurst, same dealer that often sells, has good prices at the dealership. They are selling impaired Silver Eagles. But these, according to feedback in my chat room, links at the top and the bottom of my website, it's all free, are pretty damn good Eagles that they're sending out. So if you want to get a deal on Eagles, you might buy this impaired deal. It is $7.58. That is $37.50, $37.60. I don't know, call it $37.60 per coin. Now, when you do that, pardon me, $37.60, if I did my math right, 37.6 per coin. And generally, you want to buy in tubes of 20 because shipping and taxes and whatnot will kill you otherwise. Okay, 37.6 per coin times 0.97 with that credit card I recommend is going to put you at $36.47 on an impaired Eagle. The wholesale price on silver right now is $34.35. The out-the-door price on these Silver Eagles is $36.45. $2 premium, okay? $2 premium on impaired Eagles that may look pretty good when you get them. That's going to be the best deal you're going to find today if you're buying silver and you want to do it on the cheap. Now, when you page up, you'll get the brilliant uncirculateds, and we're going to skip the small feedback sellers. Okay, I'm just going to go right to a high feedback seller. Well, sometimes I mess around with these guys. If they have 783 feedback, 100% positive, but look at that, $28 shipping. So, we're going to skip that guy and go right to a big dealer. Here is Royalty Precious Metals. They're a big dealer. They got good feedback. And they're selling random year brilliant uncirculated. If they're not brilliant uncirculated, when you get them, you tell eBay you want to do a return, bing, bang, boom, you send them back. That's how eBay works. It actually works better than the dealers who sometimes tell you to pound sand. 782 on BU Eagles is going to be 35 and 39. These are going to be about 38 out the door. So I don't really like that deal. So we'll just go on to the next one. How about a large lot? If you got a lot of money, that impaired deal from Pinehurst, it's $37.69, about $36.50 out the door. Might be about the same as the small lot. Let's go on to the BU deal. First strike. What in the world is this? This is unusual. Large seller, good feedback, free shipping, 2024 first strikes. The whole first strike thing is a big, it's a con job, okay? It's a bamboozle. Some people will pay more for them. Some monster boxes are labeled maybe. NGC grading companies, PCGS grading companies will make you pay up for these. Don't ever buy anything like that if you're a newbie and you don't know what you're doing. Anyway, you can get 100 of these for, it's not a bad price. So they bought these early in the year, apparently, and they're calling them first strikes. Okay, that means absolutely nothing to the coin shop that's going to buy these from you. Matter of fact, the coin shop this will not come in a monster box. This is being pulled out of a monster box, unless they're lying. So a coin shop is going to open this tube, is going to look at the coins, and they better not have milk spots or this be, something less than a solid date retail friendly tube. Nonetheless, this person is saying these are pristine coins right out of a monster box from 2024. 38.78 is the price on that, and out the door would be about 37.60. Okay, 37.60 per coin for 100 silver eagles. You go up to the dealer, and I think I screwed up that listing though. Let's just go to bullion exchanges. They're often pretty cheap. And do silver eagles. All right, and we're going to get 2024s. You don't want these privy coins, guys. Don't pay up for those. You don't want the star privies, okay? You want 25. You want random date. 24 is basically a random date at this point. But nicer to have a more modern year. The image is inferior to the old ones, but that's an aside. 779, so 100 silver eagles. Oh, that says 2025. I'm sorry. I don't want 25. I want random date tubes. I'm having a hard time clicking buttons today, aren't I? Roll of 20, random. Okay. No, those are 2025s. What is going on with their website? Where's their random dates? 2025, Privy Eagle, Star Privy Eagle, 2025, 2025. What, they don't have any backdate eagles? This is annoying. Look at that. Bullion Exchanges is out of backdate eagles. Let's go to Summit. They're usually a pretty good seller. I'm sorry to do this to you, but I know a lot of you need to know this stuff, and you don't. And if you don't want to learn, it, okay, fine. Just follow my links and buy, a good deal. Silver Eagle. Notice you will not find an app mix, a JM bullion, an SD bullion generally on my website. That should tell you something. Okay, we don't want 25s. You're going to pay up for the current year. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Next year it'll be worth less. You go on a BU. Always has to have brilliant uncirculated in the title if that's what you're buying. And 38.62. Okay? What were these over here? Where was I? 38.78. About the same price, right? For 100? Except on this one, you're going to get 3% off, and you're going to be about $1 cheaper on your Silver Eagles. And these are going to be backdate Silver Eagles, pristine, etc., from a good seller, good feedback. This is where if you want to buy Eagles, then you want to buy them here. But you can grab that credit card before you do either of those two credit cards. Links on my website. And I better just keep going here. I'm just going to do the maples today on eBay. No, I'm in the wrong place. eBay is down here below Costco and silver rounds. Let's just do on the rotation. Let's just do the silver maples this morning. And silver maples this morning in a tube of... Now you see 850, you're going to skip that one, right? That's obviously not real, or he's a small feedback seller. They're going to be 920 for 25, and on my cheat sheet, 920 is going to get you out the door at 35.70. Compare that to the dealers. I think you'll like that price. Let's move on to junk. We've been getting great deals on junk lately, and I'll try to go a little faster now. $10 face is probably the smallest denomination. No, the smallest value of junk you want to buy, because the selling fees will be absorbed by it. I'm sorry, the person on eBay selling pays fees and shipping. So $10 is as low as I would go. 25.4 times face for a roll of quarters with dates. Okay, 25.4. Now you're going to take 75 cents off. You're going to be at 24.7. See? Okay, how cheaper? All right, let's get a big old lot of junk. If you got a big old lot of money you're trying to spend, and don't spend all your money at once. Oh, I love these listings here. This is 2,500, and you're going to get Peace Dollars and Walkers. Did you know that Morgans and Peace Dollars have a higher silver content than for Washington Quarters? It's good to know. 2,500 gets you out the door at about 24.25 times face. You get a really interesting little stack there from Grandpa. But anyway, you don't have to buy that, but that's going to probably beat the dealer prices there as well. Here are some numismatics, which you may or may not want. If you want to pick up a kilo here, these haven't been the greatest deal lately. And a kilo, not a half kilo, 11.69, 3% off, not that great. Here's your vintage bar of the day, and this is an old Engelhard waffle back. It's only $4.14 and free shipping. Good seller, good feedback, and you got to get some waffle backs in your stack. This guy's got several of these. I would ask him, maybe say I want to buy them all, and I'll give you $400 each. But that's a good price on a waffle back. These are kind of beat up, but that adds to the allure. The waffle back is the more collectible of the old vintage Engelhard 10-ounce bars. Just trust me on that. This is a good price at $4.14, and if you want to see, he's got a bunch of them. Look at all those waffle backs. He's got 3. Oh, look at this. He's got a CMI mint. That's a good vintage bar. It's got some currency. Got a half-ounce Platinum Eagle for $6.63. Oh, look at that currency there. Oh my God, a gold certificate. Isn't that super friggin' cool? $2.79. I have no idea if that's worth it or not. This guy has got some cool stuff in his store. Wow. Now that seems like a pretty good deal to me, but I don't know anything about currency. What else has he got in here? Well, maybe there's some things in a lot of slabbed coins. Don't buy slabbed coins, guys. Okay, let's keep moving here on a 1-ounce round. 100 1-ounce rounds, $35.78, about $34.70 out the door. That'd be a round spot for a big lot of 1-ounce rounds. A small lot of 1-ounce silver rounds is $7.24. That's going to be about $36.20, about $35.20 out the door. That's about 50 to 70 cents over spot. Let's move on to a 100-ounce silver bar. Cheapest is $35.41, a JBR bar, and on that one, 3% off would be $100. You get that at about $34.40. You'd be around melt on that silver bar. Mint Master, oh, look at that one. If you want to pay up and get something totally weird and that the LCS will not pay you much for, remember, LCS will sometimes take a haircut on the silver you sell back. They'll definitely give you a haircut on a bar like that. But look at that, the Mint Master coins. Odd weight. Odd weights are better than even weights because they're older. Number 1676. That's just a totally weird bar. Oh, look at that. It's got a trapezoidal top. If you got a lot of money, buying a lot of silver, you can pick something like that up. But I recommend the Engelhard bars over something like that, or something more exotic that's $100 more. Okay, we just got to go to the gold. Let's do the gold. 1 gram gold. Okay, let's see how cheap we can get it here. If you're buying 1 gram gold, and here you can get it at $121. This is going to be out of assay because he bought it in a combi pack. That's what, he bought a lot of these and he got a good deal because it was a lot of gold at once. He broke them into small pieces out of assay. They look to be in good shape, and he's selling them because he's capturing the premium on the 1 gram gold on eBay. Nonetheless, it's the cheapest 1 gram gold. He's charging $121 for one, free shipping. Now on this you get 3% off. You're going to get about $4 off. You'll be at about $117. Okay, on 1 gram gold. You want to get the melt on that? Remember this? So here we go, 117 times what? 31.1 equals a melt of 36.38. This is a pretty good deal. Divide 36.38 over 33.38 or so, $300. $300 divided by 31 is $300 divided by 30 is about a $10 melt premium you're paying for this 1 gram gold. Looks very nice. It's out of assay. And, so there you go. We go to sell that back to the LCS. He'll probably pay you 2% back of the wholesale price. Wholesale price on gold at the moment, which changes every minute, is the bid price. Oh shit, I did this wrong earlier. Boy, I'm really screwing up today. The bid and ask go left to right. Sometimes I do up and down. I don't like that they put this low-high right next to the bid. Anyway, I'm sorry. The bid price, he's going to give you 33.54. He's going to take 2% off of that. So whatever, it's going to be wholesale price minus 2% when he goes to sell that to you. And that's what the deal is on that 1 gram bar. But you could buy that all day long if you want to. Let's keep going here on bigger gold. The bigger the gold, the bigger the savings. I'm going to go to quarter ounce gold and a random quarter ounce gold. You got a page down to find this. And no, I would not buy gold from Saudi Arabia. Are you friggin' kidding me? And then, you know, make a video on YouTube about how you get ripped off. Don't do that. Here's a Krugerrand, a quarter ounce Krugerrand, 720, and then 3% off. Well, you're not going to beat that deal, and that looks suspicious to me. And this is a small feedback seller. You don't buy gold from small feedback sellers. You got to pay more for that. You don't buy Chinese gold because nobody wants it. You can buy this random gold here, 888 from bullion.com for a quarter ounce gold piece. On that one, you take about 30 bucks off. You'd be about 858. Multiply that times 4, and you can see the melt on that. If you want to get something sovereign, you have to go to the Philharmonic. A sovereign coin is usually worth a little more than a medal. Okay, so not bad. Let's do a quarter ounce gold eagle. Premiums on these are very high. And 689 from Saudi Arabia. There we go again. And you don't want culls, okay? You probably want BU. There it is right there. 913. On this one, you'll take 30 bucks off. And you will be at 885 on that quarter ounce gold eagle right there after 3% rebate. Let's go right up to a 1 ounce gold eagle. And some of these are not eagles, right? Those are liberties. Not an ounce of gold in a liberty, guys. Here is one for 3,500. Let's just go to the big seller. Okay, 3507. In this case, you're going to take about $110 off. You'll be at 3,400 on a gold eagle. You get the unlimited rebates on PayPal credit card, and you'll be under 3,400, and that'll beat the dealer price. If you don't believe me, let's go back up to the dealer price. This is how you use the website. Just go to that 1 ounce gold eagle. Did I screw up that listing? Is that the one I screwed up? No. 34.22. Okay, you see how you save 22 bucks that way? That adds up over time. Let's keep going, guys. Let's see. I think, you know, and then you could do the Krugerrands. You could do the Buffaloes. You may save some money on any of these items. Here's stuff in my eBay store that you may want to ask me for a friend discount. Some other tools of the trade you may need. Here's the link on the AppMix card, the link on the PayPal card. Quicksilver's another good card. And prior picks of the day if you want to look through those. You can also check out the dealers on YouTube I recommend. Here are 3 dealers, all worth checking out for buying and selling. You can support my work any one of 3 ways. Subscriptions to Bolden.com, cups of coffee if you want to buy me a cup of joe, and best of all, to the Inner Circle. You can join the membership channel. And if you want to pick up my poured silver, you can do that cheap. And here is the join button right here. YouTube will bang you $4.99 a month to be part of the Inner Circle, and you'll have complete access to me any way you want. You can always reach me at losinglouis@yahoo.com. Ask a question. We could do a Zoom video if you want. And you can ask me about stuff in my store. Anyway, I really appreciate all the channel members. Here's some other links to Amazon and whatnot, and down here is the chat room. And then I'm going to take one last look at spot price. So often you'll find good stuff in the chat room here. Those guys are on it like Donkey Kong. And over in the spot market, I'm telling you, watch that GSR and watch maybe for a turnaround or a smackdown. It's going to be big either way. I got to get over to the website and fix those errors as well. I do this very early in the morning. I do it only once a day, early in the morning, and then I put the timestamp on the website. Silver starting to recover. Now it's down 11. Gold losing steam. Silver gaining steam. What does that do? That takes the gold-silver ratio back down. We lost about a half a point. Let me go to the 1 day. Yeah, watch it here. We could have a breakout day, and then again, we could be $33 tomorrow on silver. Okay, all right, that's all I got for you today. Thumbs up if you like what I'm doing here, and subscribe if you want this punishment every day. Sorry I was long-winded. and share it to your friends that are paying too much for gold and silver. And share it on social media if you really want to help me out. And we got about 1,000 views a day, but I think we should have 10,000 personally. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.